In the name of God, who is most gracious and most merciful. Israeli and Ukrainian Genie out of the bottles. This is the topic on which this short program has been recorded. From the very outset, I would like to inform the viewers that the original video was recorded in Urdu and later voice cover was given in English so that those who do not understand Urdu can also follow it. In case you feel some mismatching at some points where voice and shown pictures do not coincide, please pardon me for those shortcomings. From the Islamic point of view, the Quran is a revealed book that contains the material for the guidance of the whole mankind of the world until the day of the judgment. In this revealed book, there is also mentioned at various places, including chapter Bani-Israel, about the very tragic case that is going on in the Palestinian territory at the moment. The fourth head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad, may Allah shower his mercy on him, has written in the explanatory note of the verse 9 of this chapter Bani-Israel that when Bani-Israel will be given a domination over Palestinian again in the end times, it will be because of the bad deeds of the Muslims occupying Palestine, and the Jews will be put to test again. If they treat the conquered territories and mankind living therein with justice and mercy, then their rule will be prolonged. But as a result of the opposite action, no worldly power will come forward to defeat them, but God will create such circumstances by His destiny that great powers will refrain from giving protection to Bani Israel. At the moment, the biggest power in the world, America, is standing behind Israel, and it is the arms and ammunition provided by the USA that it is using to brutally kill innocent Palestinians. In the interpretation of this mentioned verse, it is clearly stated that if the Israelis treat the conquered areas with justice and mercy, then their domination will be long, while the opposite action will result in the major powers refraining from giving protection to Israel. On December 14th, Israel Defense Minister Gallant has slapped the US in the face with his statement against the advice given by the US for a ceasefire, peace and efforts for a two-state solution. In his statement, he said the current war could continue for months and the two-state solution is not acceptable to Israel under any circumstances. Then his statement has been verified by the Israeli Prime Minister in his recent video. Until now, there is an impression around the world that the United States has very effective control over Israel and Israel does what the United States allows to do it. But now, President Biden is being criticized by the whole world for his action favoring Israel's brutal actions. At the same time, he is being severely criticized in his host constituency that the 29,000 bombs provided by USA were dropped on Gaza from the air, out of which 50% were dumb bombs. Dumb bombs are those which are fired without any guidance system. These bombs fall anywhere and cause huge destruction, and that is why approximately 20,000 innocent Palestinians are killed and 8,000 are still missing, most probably in the rubble of damaged infrastructure. Israel further humiliated the humanity by dropping phosphorus bombs. Innocent Palestinians were stripped and stuffed into trucks like animals and scuffed into the prisons. Critics of Biden say that arms and ammunition are provided by America, and now if America gives any advice for ceasefire, peace and two-state solution, then the America has been slapped on the face. In view of the severe criticism of the world and the American people, the American president and officials are now in serious trouble as to how to deal with this Israeli genie that has now come out of the bottle and is out of control. Since its creation, Israel has fought many wars with the help of USA, but the ruthlessness and brutality that Israel has shown this time in killing and injuring the innocent Palestinian is like totally violating the modern day human values. In the same way, Israel has never slapped America as it is doing this time. As explained above in the interpretation of the Quranic verse, it is very possible that in the light of the described circumstances, the time is approaching when the great powers will stop giving protection to Israel. Anyway, Allah knows the best. A few weeks ago, Time magazine leaked the news that the Ukrainian forces on the Eastern Front refused to obey the orders given by the president of the country to advance to recover the occupied territories. Lack of required weapons and manpower were the main reasons to disobey this presidential order by Ukrainian military. Now, New York Times has leaked the news that the Ukrainian Marines positioned on the Dnieper River on the southern front have also shown their inability to cross the river and to conduct operation. It looks as if the president of the Ukraine is likely to face military unrest and mutiny both at the eastern and southern fronts. 2 months ago, the Ukrainian army crossed the Dnieper River and built a bridgehead on the eastern bank. It was 1200 meters long and 300 meters wide. The bridgehead is the position from where preparations and launching of future operations are made. At that time, 104 Russian Airborne Division apparently suffered heavy losses, but then the tables of the war were turned, and now it is the situation that one time the Ukraine on the eastern bank would not have more than 80 soldiers. Those who go on the eastern side know that they are carrying one-way ticket and will not come back. When these Marines land on eastern bank of the river, they often find that they have to jump over the corpses of their comrades lying there after death. Main reason is there are no motor boats to retrieve their bodies. There is continuous shelling and drone attacks from Russia and there is no way to escape. According to the Marines, the operation on the east bank of the Dnieper River is suicide trap that the Ukrainian president is continuing to pursue his political goals and to get financial support from NATO. In this process, he is killing Ukrainians' best Marines on a daily basis. European Union has shown a lollipop to Ukraine for accession talks to join European Union. It's a very long and cumbersome procedure. On financial side, the Hungary PM has vetoed the 50 billion euro demand for the help of Ukraine. USA has already declined to extend any financial help to the Ukraine. Within the country exists severe differences between President and Chief of Army Staff of the Ukraine. However, the President of Ukraine still considers himself as champion and declining to USA and NATO for ceasefire and peace talks. It means that he has also become a genie which has flown out of bottle and has become uncontrollable. Now let us see USA, who had been pushing both these countries with money and military aid, how it will control both the genies. For that we have to see and wait.